Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here this morning with me. I hope that you're having a great day. Thanks for making time for us and including us in your daily routine. Thank you for all your emails, by the way. You send me wonderful notes saying how much you appreciate just spending time here with me and chatting about stuff that's of interest to older women. It's just my honor and my privilege to be able to be here with you. So thank you. Now, I've got my morning cup of tea. I made a concoction this morning. See how dark it is. It's made with turmeric and ginger. I kind of made it like in a soup, and then I put pepper and manuka honey, and that's my drink today. It's just like it really is a tonic. It's super healthy, and I'm enjoying it. So I hope you've got tea or coffee, something that you love. But get comfortable because I want to talk to you about something that I'm really interested in, and hopefully you are too. But I want to first tell you that our sponsor for today's show is International Living. Now, International Living is a company that's been in business now for over 40 years, and they have a website where they review and take a look at places where you can retire. So if you're thinking about retiring abroad, then that's a very cool place to go. They have people living on the ground, ambassadors of International Living, who are doing an assessment all the time of what's there, making an analysis of the pros and cons. And every year they put together a global retirement index. And if you'd like to get a copy, just go out to their website. It's internationalliving.com and then put /60 and me. And they'll just send it to you free of charge. There's no obligation. So you can take a look at it and review these 24 or so different retirement locations. You never know, you might be interested. So thank you so much, International Travel, for doing this, sponsoring our show today. Now, we got a topic I was going to chat to you about today that is one on my mind. I've done recently a number of these videos on our YouTube channel reviewing different skincare products. And I think it's one of the big myths about women over 60 that we don't really care about what we look like. And I think that we do. And we also we recognize that healthy skin is what's beautiful. That we're not trying to turn back the clock or get rid of the wrinkles. They're kind of there, just that's part of aging. But there is a plethora of information about the availability of products and which one's better than the other. Now, Susan Belding is one of our bloggers, and she wrote an article which kind of summarizes in a very concise way what the options are and puts it at a high level that you can then do your own research. Now, of course, there's so many words out there I can't even pronounce, like hyaluronic acid, and there's, of course, retinol and resveratrol, jojoba oil, there's argan oil, lots of different lotions and creams that you have no idea what they actually are, ceramides, biotins, you name it. But Susan actually takes a minute to kind of break through some of that, and in the article are some links that you might want to follow, just to validate some of the things that we'll chat about here, because I'm not an expert on this and in terms of the medical effects and so on. You have to be careful of some of these products. Now, I think if you look at Susan's article, you'll see a link there to a doctor who, like many, many doctors, will say that the number one thing you can take to help with making your skin look better and more youthful, and also helping with production of collagen, is retinol. Now, the retinoids there's a whole category of retinoids available, both from prescription, which are the retinoids that you can get, all the way through to products that you can get over the counter. So the retinoids are the strongest product you can purchase, and they are, for some people, a little sensitive on the skin, so you have to be thoughtful of that. But they do have a very direct impact on collagen production and more youthful skin. If you want to try to buy a retinol, they're the weaker over-the-counter products, and they're some of the ones I talked about in the videos on YouTube. They are also very good for your skin, and you use them in moderation. You can start slow and then build up. But again, most people agree that if there was one thing that does make a difference, it is the retinoid family. So that's something to consider. The collagen production is the key. When we get older, the collagen production goes down, and so our skin it just becomes more dry, and the wrinkles come because your skin's not being pumped up with new collagen. So that's one thing to consider, that whole category. And in Susan's article, she talks about this in a really understandable way. Now, she also mentioned something that I've never really thought about too much before, and that's a whole new category of skincare products that are just being looked at and developed and considered. They're called plant stem cells. Now, it's not the stem cells that you might have if you have an injury. I know that kind of that phrase is you're familiar with it, but plant stem cell research is looking at the way that plants not just repair themselves, but how they can renew themselves. So we all, go walk in the forest or the woods, and we look at trees growing, and in the winter the leaves fall off and they sort of die. Then they come back to life. And if you actually ever look at like a tree that's been cut down, you'll see the little sprouts that start to shoot out of the stump of the tree. And so it's amazing ability of plants to be able to repair an injury and also to restore even thicker what they had than before. So if you trim a hedge, you'll trim it back and then it grows back thicker. It gets stronger. So this is the theory behind using plant cells. Real plant cells, and and maybe that's another area of development for skincare products. And I'm not sure that I have tried any, but of course they're going to be very antioxidant. They're natural products from plants, so they're going to have antioxidants and lots of nutritional value, and good for your skin. Your skin's part of your body. It's obviously your biggest organ, and it's one that if you treat it like that, like a part of the whole body. Whatever you put in your body is good for you as well as what you put on it. So the other thing she talks about in the article, which is very interesting to me, is lanolin. Now, I actually had to look this up. And you'd think I would know what lanolin was after all these years, but I didn't. I just knew that it was good for dry skin. And lanolin is actually a byproduct of the sheep's wool. It's from the skin, actually, of the sheep. No animals are harmed in this. It's just a product of the skin, and so it's used for many, many years as a cream for dry skin. Farmers or people that work with a lot of dirt and gardening will use lanolin on their hands. Also, moisturizers that you put on your skin are great if your skin is dry, but it actually, if you go out in the cold weather with moisturizers on, the water in the moisturizer dries, and it can be very ineffective for chapped lips and chapped skin during the winter. So that's something to think about too, that lanolin based creams are very good for people with super dry skin, and if you're in a northern climate in the winter when it gets icy cold. So that's something to think about. And of course, it helps your skin to hydrate naturally, because that's what the little sheep do. That's how they keep nice and warm in the cold weather. That's all part of nature, Mother Nature. So another thing that Susan talks about in this article, which I encourage you to take a look at, is the things not to put on your skin. Now, there are some, of course, when you go to the shops and you look at all these things on the shelf, they've been there for months, sometimes longer. And the way they can do that is put into the products things called parabens. And these parabens are a preservative, and they go into most skincare products. Now, there's all kinds of regulations around skincare products that the cosmetics companies and the skincare companies have to follow. But according to Susan, and I was not aware of this, that when they use the word fragrance, that is one area that's not controlled. So sometimes they'll put a paraben or something to protect to make the moisturizer more long lasting, and they'll use it in the category of fragrance. And that's a kind of interesting one. There's many groups now, of course, that talk about cruelty-free products, which I know a lot of you care about. But she mentions one called the Environmental Working Group, and they are looking at all products for their purity and correct advertising. And that's just everything: household products to baby products to skincare. Another one she mentions is blissmiss.com. blissmiss.com. And you've probably got ones that you know about too. You could even put them in the comment section below. But these are all things that, she suggests you be careful when you're purchasing these amazing products that promise the sun, and, you just don't know what to try. look for the ingredients. And parabens are something that can be dangerous. Well, they're just not good for your skin. So, and the thing is, it leads to the final point, which is when you're buying organic products and you're trying to buy things that are cruelty-free or really fresh and organic, you need to pay a little more for them. And this is the challenge, of course, for people that are on a budget or in a mindset that they don't want to spend a lot for skincare products. It's a real challenge. You can always make your own. She mentions a woman named Tara Lee, who does a YouTube channel on how to make your own skincare products. So maybe you've got a favorite too. It's really, really interesting. So I hope you found this was useful. It's just, just putting stuff on your face is really important, and what's in it makes a difference. And hopefully some of this conversation has been useful for you too. I learned a lot myself. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. Go experiment with something. Maybe make some of your own facial oil or facial cream. And let us know what you think about this topic. I mean, what kind of skincare products do you use now? Leave it in the notes below. Tell us what skincare products you're using and whether you like them or not, and what you've tried that other people might be interested in. Okay, so I hope this was fun. I'm learning all the time, as we all are, but have a great day, everybody. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to check out our website, 60andme.com. You'll find all these articles up there. You can just go browse, look at the search box and find things you love. But tell us what skincare products you're using. Let's have a conversation. Take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.